Okay, last video tutorial I showed you how to do this. You get your character ready for After Effects, and so now we have all of our layers. We took out the eyes and the mouth just in case we want to animate them. But first we take care of everything with the body. Okay, so we just go File, Save As, and we just want to go ahead and save it as an Adobe Illustrator file. Okay, you don't want to save it as anything else but an Adobe Illustrator file because it's going to communicate with After Effects. All right, so. Let's see. This is a Y-Town Citizen, characters, and we're going to put it in our Youngstown CSI folder for now. Click Save. Okay, so now let me bring over the Adobe After Effects, and we're going to hit New Composition. Alright, and we're just going to leave everything set to the same. Frame rate 60, resolution full. We can change all this stuff later. Okay, now let me get this ready. And get it sized in the screen so you can see everything that's going on here. And this is Adobe After Effects. Alright, now over here we have our project window and our effects controls. Okay, now this is our composition. This is the new composition that we're working on. Alright, now what we want to do is select, okay, this is our Illustrator file, so let me just go ahead and click Illustrator CC and click OK. So that I wasn't finished with that little last thing. So what we want to do is click Import File, and we'll save that file that we just saved. So we go to Youngstown CSI, we go to Characters, and here's our Y-Town Citizen. Okay. Now when you import, don't import as footage. Import as composition and retain layers, okay? Because that's what's going to help us separate, let them different parts have movements. So click Import. Okay, now you'll notice that our composition, okay, this is Comp 1. Now when I double click this is going to load this composition in here, and now we're ready to do some animation. Alright, now the first thing that you want to do is you want to go through here and you want to set up your anchor points, okay? Because if you don't set up your anchor points, then whenever you give a rotation to the arm, it might rotate in the middle. So let's go ahead and start with the head. Now to set this anchor, we want to set the anchor on the neck. So we go up here, this is our little anchor tool, okay? It's the pan behind tool, anchor point, and we just drag that little circle and put it down on the neck, okay? Next thing we do is click the right leg. Now the body's just going to be the main. We'll keep that anchor right in the middle. But the right leg, we want to put that anchor up here, up toward the hip. See? On the body. Okay, so whenever he's walking and stuff. So go to the left leg and do the same thing. Take that anchor and attach it to his hip. Okay, because that's where it needs to be. Alright, now let's grab the right arm, and we want to take that anchor and attach it to the shoulder. Sometimes if you zoom in, you'll be able to attach it better. So let's go ahead and grab that anchor, get it over there on the shoulder. Okay. Now we want to take the left arm. Now we're going to have to zoom back out. You hold the control button down and roll your mouse in and out and take this and get that thing on the shoulder. And like I said again, you might have to zoom in for this to cooperate with you. So go over here, attach that to the right arm. Alright, now whenever we make our rotations, okay, in fact let me do the left arm rotation. So this little transform, if you open these up, you use the rotation tool, now it's attached to the shoulder. See where the anchor point is? Okay, and same thing with the legs. The left legs, if you open up the transform tool and you mess around this little rotation, it stays connected to the body there, okay? Now the next thing that you want to do is these little whipping tools, you want to connect them because later on when we start animating, we want to make sure that everything is connected. Right now it's just anchored to a section on the graphic, but we actually want to connect everything, the arms and the legs, to the body. So we're going to take the head and we're going to drag this little whipping tool, connect it to the body. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the right leg, left leg, right arm, left arm. Just connect them all to the body. Okay, now we're ready to start animating this character. Okay, now it all depends on what you want this character to do. We could actually animate each one individually. If we brought this in as a completely total different graphic, it would be a little bit, as a one flattened layer, it would be harder to animate these things, okay? But now let's say that we want to animate this arm here. We can actually highlight the left arm, okay? Now we're not doing stage left, this is really left, my left, okay? So we want to go up here, click this little puppet pin tool, okay? We could set three points that we want it to do, okay? We'll do that, maybe select an elbow and then select the hand. I'm going to hold control down on my keyboard, okay? And I'm going to just start moving this thing around. As soon as I hit this, you see that little clock appearing? It will start moving on my timeline below. And let me go ahead and start animating this arm. La la la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la. Okay. So now, whenever I look at this, you can see that my arm's animated. But maybe I want to get some elbow motion in there. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll come back down here to timeline, go clear back to the beginning. Hold my control button down on my keyboard again, and then I could see an outline of the animation whenever I start hitting this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I just want to try to follow along with that. You know, maybe bend his arm backwards. It don't matter, I guess, right now at this point in time. But you can see what I'm talking about. So now we're starting to animate this character in a way that, you know, whatever the scene calls for. So that's how you animate. Now, there's another way to animate. And let me show you that little trick here. Let's say that we want his head to wiggle. So let's click on the head and go down here. Hit the transform tool. I'm going to hold the alternate button down on my keyboard, okay? And I'm going to hit, well, let's see, let's hit rotation, alternate, and then hit this little time clock. And you'll see it brings up a little thing where I could code. Well, wiggle is a thing that it is used a lot. So type in W-I-G-G-L-E, and then you want open and close parentheses. Go in here and put 1,40. Now this gives you wiggle strength and how far it wiggles and so on and so forth. So now you could have his head wiggle and see it's wiggling on that anchor point, okay, as he wiggles his arms, okay. So that's one way to do that's another way to do the animation. Now let's say there's one third way to do the animation, and we'll go ahead and do that with the right leg. Let's say that we want this right leg to go up and down. Now we could use the puppet tool for that, but we could do it a different way too, and that is with keyframe. So I'm going to click my little arrow button. See this little hand tool? This hand tool will let me move this whole stage everywhere, and this selection tool is where I could select different things on the graphic. But now I'm selecting the right leg, and you can see that the right leg is highlighted around here. I'm ready to start doing whatever I want to. Okay, and I'm going to set a keyframe. And you notice when I click that button, there's a little blue diamond that shows up on here. Okay, so let me go ahead and move ahead, I don't know, 15 frames. And maybe, you know, I'll take that rotation. I'll move his leg out like that, okay? And then I'll go ahead to the 30 frames, and then maybe I'll move his leg back to the square position, you know? Maybe he's playing. So now we have this animation where he's going out and back, okay? But notice he just stops, okay? Let's say that we wanted that to go on a little bit further. Maybe we could even use this in a walking motion. Well, go ahead and highlight all of them. Hit Control-C on your keyboard. Go out, and wherever you want that to show on your timeline, click on your timeline and just click Paste, Control-V. And now, whenever you play the animation by just hitting the space bar on your keyboard, that's how you play it. You just go like that, and you can see, okay, now his foot's going out like that. So you can just imagine the possibilities. You know, you can animate several different things. I hope this tutorial helps somebody out on, you know, starting with Google Draw, going to Adobe Illustrator, and then using After Effects for animation. And I hope to make more of these tutorials, but let me know what you think of these. If you like these tutorials and they're easy to follow, let me know, and I'll continue to make more of them. This is Max with Aim Website Pro. Thanks for watching.